Broadcasting live from the Business Radio X studios in Phoenix, Arizona, it's time for Phoenix Business Radio, spotlighting the city's best businesses and the people who lead them.
Good morning. We are broadcasting live remotely at the Sheridan Crescent Hotel, and I am very excited today to speak to author, professional speaker, and executive leadership coach Steve Broe with Reset Your Career. Welcome, Steve.
Hello, Karen.
Happy to have you, and I am very excited to hear about these books that you've created for us. Tell us, as an author, what is it like for you to have an opportunity, I'll use the term birth a book. Like, what is that like for you?
It takes a lot of thinking, takes a lot of time planning where I'm going, and I also spend a lot of time legwork with my writing. I collect interviews with people who have been involved in my question. I always start with a question and then pursue that with talking to people who are relevant to that. I don't just present interviews in my books, but I present short ideas from my sources, and then I talk about them, and I look for what are the truths that apply to them. This is the first book I published out of academia.
Leaders in Transition.
So Leaders in Transition was published in 2012, or I can help
Sure.
hold that if you want. 2012. I talked to 33 people about how they changed careers and looked at what were the common elements that they went through. I looked through how they changed careers and became a leader in their new workplace. I'll never forget talking to a secretary who became an insurance agent because of the model presented to her. She joined the Chamber of Commerce, she was elected to City Council, and she ended up the City of Glendale on the City Council signing contracts with major sports teams, building sports arenas. So imagine starting in a very humble position and having that kind of career change that leads to places you never expected. I talked to a man who left the military, became an NCIS agent.
Oh, wow.
I talked to an engineer who created a new career as a healer and as a minister. So not just someone who got a promotion in their job, but someone who actually went through a substantial change in the way they worked. A man who was a president of a candy company, nationally known candy company, got fired and had created a new career as a consultant.
Oh, wow. So this book gives hope.
Yes.
And direction and guidance, as well as great stories and examples of folks who have made such pivots in their life that might encourage someone to do the same?
It does. I point out there are 5 common factors found in all these people, and I present how those can apply to anyone who's looking to create a career change in their own life.
Wonderful. And I know just from the work that I do with Phoenix Business Radio and as an executive leadership coach as well, folks are always looking, and there's opportunities for us to really reinvent ourselves. Sometimes transitions are big, sometimes they're small. It's great to have someone like you as an expert to help us really navigate that experience.
The next question I faced was, how do people use their leadership skills to become successful? I was interested in looking at the link between leadership and success. And that question led to this book, which I published in 2015, Leading the Way Up Mount Olympus, How Active Leadership Help People Become Successful. I spoke to 35 people. That's my process for this book, is having conversations with people in key positions and explored with them. I developed an interview set and talked to them about their success and how they think leadership fit in with that role. So I talked to a lady who is an executive with a major Arizona bank and how she was about ready to create a career as a business consultant. I talked to a man who owns 6 Mexican restaurants here in Phoenix. I talked to people nationally about their successes. Talked to a lady who'd built a career in editing major medical journals and her process of building her career. So again, I looked for commonalities, I looked for basic principles, I looked for ideas that would inspire. And I'm really pleased that it reached a breakthrough level with Amazon. It made a dent.
Made a huge dent.
Yeah.
Don't be humble. Okay. It made a huge dent. And I love the teeny little book. I mentioned that I had used the same publisher. It's 52 Tips of Leadership. Is that right?
52 Tips for Leadership, a Year of Career Growth. Yeah, this is a mini book.
Okay, a year of career growth. What does that feel like for the person who's reading it? It's a little tips every week?
Yes, this is the idea that if you are involved in a career change, if you're looking to do something new with your career, if you want to have more leadership in your life, this book is a short essay, 52 different essays that can help you make that transition for a new career. Leadership is there for anyone who wants to do something in a big way, wants to build a better world. It's not just facing a job, but saying, I want to be an influencer. I want to excite people with my ideas and to bring together people of talent to make an impact. 52 Tips for Leaders gives some guidance in an easy way. It could fit into your pocket, fit into a purse, and maybe inspire great things.
I love it. And the fact that it carries someone throughout the whole year. You can focus on one goal set every week and obviously build on those. Excellent. It has been a pleasure to get to know you today, Dr. Broe, and tell our listeners and our audience how they can find you and get a hold of your leadership books.
Thank you, Karen. My website is mycareerimpact.com. My email address is steve@stevebroe.com, spell Broe, B-R-O-E.
Excellent. And I know we are going to schedule time after a little vacation of yours to have you come in the studio and spend more time with us around leadership and transitions. Thanks again for your time. You've been listening to Phoenix Business Radio with Business Radio X. Some media leans left, some lean right, and we lean business. Until next time, I'm Karen Nowicki.